let's go. All right, let's roll.
Did you put it's being recorded?
Yes. We're doing it. The music first, though.
What? Go dark, go dark. Uh, 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 go lane, go lane. Uh, 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 go
You better bust a
Leslie,
rap at the
go
end of this.
simply. Uh, uh,
All this shit
Mark
noise you making, you better
is
bust a rap after
alive.
this.
Uh, uh, uh.
You want to go some fucking way. Where we going?
I'm in the car. Where you wanna go? We got a quarter tank of gas in the credit card. We all right. What you wanna do, boo? It's the beginning of the month. I ain't gotta pay that bitch to the end. What you wanna do? American Express will wait.
We live. Let's go. Miss Dark Child, you gonna bring us in? I know you've been talking junk.
Hey, you ready? You ready? You ready?
You ready?
Hey, what's up, America? What's up, people? What's up, everywhere? What's up? I can't say the what's up because the what's up is safe for the what's up, man. Hey, what's up? This is your. I keep saying what the fuck is what the smack is. I don't want to say what's up. Hello, people.
Hello.
Welcome to another brand new. We coming back. Something different. Edition of Open Conversation.
Woo!
I'm your girl, the Philadelphia Princess of Comedy, Miss Dark Child, and of course, the team has assembled again. We are here, but this time we got a little something special. It's always 3, but tonight we gonna make it 4, and we gonna keep it rolling with 4. We always do this every once in a while. We got 3, and then we make it 4. So first, I don't know if it's to my left or to my right. All I know is these fools got seatbelts. You know it's the man who always makes it happen. He's as smooth, but he's quicker than quick. My man, Mr. Let him go. My man, Mr. Fast Lane. Let him know you're in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. And I'm back in the building. Well, I'm in the car now, but I'm in somebody's building usually.
Damn. I didn't get that what's up in a while. Okay, now to the next man with the seatbelt on, we're going to switch it. We're going to move to the lady because we're going to put the lady in the middle. This here, something new to y'all, but not something new to us. She's always been the little cousin in the family, the one down south. We knew we was family, but the mamas didn't tell us just yet. This is my girl in the building, the one and only from Philadelphia, funny lady. Let's bring it.
Yo, what's up, family? It's Jay Monet. I guess I'm Monkey in the middle. Jay's in the middle. I'm looking forward to having a fantastic show and definitely looking forward to my segment of Cut the Shit. What? We're going to be cutting the shit. Get rid of the shit, folks. All right, guys, let's get it on and get going.
All right. And my other one, my partner from long time way back to that whole hacky.
You muted. You muted.
Claim to fame. You know it. He's with the man with the one letter at the end of his name. Simply who?
D.
Simply D. In the house, back returning from the original Open Conversation and with the original Dum Dum moment. What's up, guys?
Hey, my man said with the dum-dum. And you know the man that puts it all together, the man that makes it happen without the plan. We need this man. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not 1, he's not 2, he's not 3, he's not 4, but he is Mark number 5.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sadior Presents Open Conversation. I appreciate the team. Welcome Jay Monet to the family. What's up to my family that's been doing this for almost 10 years. Next year it'll be 10 years. Did y'all know that?
Why was your eyes that
Pee
wide?
in the alley.
What you say?
Why was your eyes that wide?
My eyes was what?
That wide.
I was trying to make sure. Look, why you look like the little fish? Like, huh? What's up, to everybody? If you listen on Sadior Radio, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? If you're watching on the YouTube channel after we finish, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. So every time we go live on Sadior Radio with the other team, you get to check out some of the shows. And for everybody that's driving and that can't watch on Facebook and just want to listen, check out the podcast, Sadior Radio Open Conversation Show. So what's
All right,
up,
but
family?
if you're driving, still put us up in the dashboard because we want you to see us. But make sure you always like and subscribe down at the bottom. Please, we need our numbers to go up. So always comment. I don't care if y'all want to tell Mark 5 to take that cotton double knit hat off. I know if y'all want to tell Simply D his Eagles suck. If you want to go tell Mr. Fastlane to slow down. Say what you want to say, but please definitely leave comments down in the bottom because we do respond. We don't have no money, we don't have no food stamps, and we don't have no Percocets, and we damn sure don't got no PPA. So with all that being said, let's find out what the people go. Jay Monet, how was your week?
Yo, it is fantastic. All is well. I'm looking forward to going to Vegas this Saturday. Got a few shows coming up with Salsa in the City. Yo, I am super excited. I'm here with y'all. I am on 1,000. What?
And simply D, how was your week?
The week has been good. Not too bad. You know, dealing with dumb stuff as usual, but it is what it is.
I see you an old head. You got on every piece of jewelry you own. You go ahead, old head. Look at it. He's got the bling just going. My man got the bling just going. Okay, Fast Lane. Slow it down long enough to tell us what's your plan.
Oh man, first shout out to Team Fastlane. Team Fastlane is taking this thing to a whole nother level. We coming from Philly all the way to Miami. Yes, right. We got this Team Fastlane thing going on. We taking our real estate business and our car business. We going global. Outside of that, Florida, here we come.
Okay, Fast Lane. So you about to relocate to Florida, Fast Lane? You get ready to move the business?
Team Fastlane gonna be in Philly and Florida. So I'm be back and forth, up and down the East Coast.
So you gonna be bi-coastal?
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Go ahead.
Now, he know damn well we ain't gonna see him in the wintertime. You know, back and forth my
no, absolutely not. I ain't coming up here when it's snowing. I see y'all. I'll be at the beach looking at y'all like that's fucked up. But I'm swimming and I'm thinking about y'all.
Disrespectful.
Well, this is all right, Mark 5. How you doing and how's my birthday twin doing?
Everything is good. Working through what we working through. It's been a year, ain't that crazy? Since that whole situation, dealing with life, dealing with changes, just adjusting. Like that's all we can do. Other than that, just working hard with the Intertwine and the radio station and the photography and everything. Just loving life.
So for
glad
those
to be
that don't
back
know, can you tell them what Intertwine is? Y'all can't just be throwing out words and people don't know what it is.
Well, I usually let Simply D run it, but you know, I'll talk about it because I know he likes to talk about it. Go ahead, Simply D. What's Intertwine about?
Talk about it, but you said it.
Intertwine is a series that we've been writing for and have just started shooting for in the city of Philadelphia, city of Atlanta, and New York. It is a series that we're trying to get on TV. It's about a young lady who's a real estate agent who has 5 different kids, 5 different fathers. We show how those families intertwine with each other. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a very special, very nice series that people are going to want to flock to the TV to watch.
All right, well, Simply D, speaking of writing, how's your writing been going? For those that don't know, Simply D last year, the year before that, always came with some real heavy, deep writing. How's it going?
I'm still writing and hopefully within the coming year, I'll be able to drop some stuff, but you know, that's leave that up to God. If that's the plan, then that's what we're going to go forth and that's what we're going to do. But everything is coming along and hopefully this will be a very good year.
Well, everything is all right. Your girl, Miss Darkchild over here, is still doing the same thing, still doing this comedy thing. You're listening to Sadior Presents, always an open conversation. Drop the likes, drop the comments, listen, whatever you got to say, we listening now. I don't have to be the only female because now we got Jay Monet on the other side. It don't even matter to us. Drop them likes, drop them comments, hit subscribe, share. We need you to share. We need everybody to listen. Because we talking about stuff that them other radio stations don't talk about. You know what? This radio station gonna be a killer. You want to know why? Because we from Philadelphia and everything in this bitch dying. Everything. We killers. We killers in Philly.
What?
So Jay,
Real quick.
tell me a little something. Introduce you since you're the new one. Tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, I'm again Jay Monet. It's all about sharing your smile and being enlightening, being encouraged and uplifting, and finding a way not to be depressed with all the bullshit. Like you said, Philly killing. Every day somebody ready to step on somebody's foot and blow their head off. So I'm just trying to find a way to help people to be happy so they don't go to jail. That's the end all of. I'm just trying to help people to be happy to get through this bullshit that you don't hurt everybody next to you. And this is simple as that. And I appreciate being here and being part of the family.
So what have you been doing?
I'm very excited about
Tell a little audience what kind of projects you might have going on and what you've been doing.
All right, so right now, again, I am working with Sauce in the City. I am looking at making
Exit 47.
No, not Exit 47, Exit 3.
I'm looking to make a move to Vegas and see how things work out. There's a lot of opportunities out there that's coming my way. They bringing me out there. I'm looking forward. I'm excited. It's a new year. My birthday coming up. Like, it's just all good. I'm just like bubbly over here. I'm running over. I'm dripping it. So it's all good. Just sharing the comedy. And like I said, I'm loving this cut the shit segment. I'm loving this. It's really blowing up because everybody got a lot of stuff that's going on. And sometimes they can't say it to the person that they want to say it to, but they still need to get it out. So I love being able to say, let's talk about it so you can cut your shit. Sometimes it's their shit, sometimes it's somebody else's. But either way, we're going to get to the core of it. So thank y'all for having me. And I'm looking forward to what we're doing.
She got them scissors Mark 5. You see that? She ready to do some damage.
What you doing with scissors in the car? I see you riding around with scissors in the car. Look.
Because you never know when you gotta cut the shit or when you gotta stab a brother. You don't never know. You gotta be ready.
I was going to say you got the scissors in the right city.
Right? Unfortunately.
So then don't talk about me this year with the cement in the boots. I don't want to hear it.
Now we got her with the scissors in the car.
Yeah, she got the scissors in the car. And why you got on a scully cap in the house?
I'm ready to leave out the door. You know me. As soon as we say, all right, everybody have a good night, I'll be like this. Sure, because that's my life.
Okay.
Look. I gotta be on your marks and set. But I ain't all look. It look good though, don't it? Look. Until you see the pajama pants I got on.
Good. Look like you're working out.
Look, you couldn't tell I had pajama pants on though, right? It looked good until look. From up head up, I look like I'm ready, right?
Hey now.
This man got cold pajama pants.
Look, gotta love Zoom.
So we just an hour in, segment, getting started, getting our feet wet, getting our lips wet, getting back to the routine of talking on the radio. We got some segments coming up. Everybody got their own segments. We got some new things coming up this year. Please go on to the Sadior Presents Open Conversation page. Drop a line. If there's any show that y'all want or anything that y'all want us to talk about, please, by all means. We've been going for a little while. Y'all want to know what the catch up is, what the get down is. Listen, reach out to us. Where's our core fans at? Where Dottie? Dottie is in the building. She was always around. We miss her. They was bringing us to the house, cooking chicken. We can't do that now because they got COVID. So we'll sit on your porch. You can order some Uber Eats and we'll eat it in the house and talk about your food. But we ain't coming to nobody else's house no more because y'all peoples is out here just wilding out. Y'all don't want to wash your hands. This show is dedicated for the people that got the COVID card but no COVID shot. That's y'all. I know some of y'all out there. You got the COVID shot. But you got the card, but no shot. Where you at? I know you're out there.
Cut y'all shit with that. Cut your shit, yo.
Cut it. She's telling you, cut it.
Cut the shit.
So what you think, Jay, about this vaccine?
For me, just no. Just no. And it's so much, it's so much uncertainty. I mean, it's real simple. It's so much uncertainty because my mom always say the proof is in the pudding. And the proof is starting to show itself because you have people that have this shot and they're still dying. So it's something so much more to this that we're not aware of. And I just don't want to be a part of it. I feel at some point they're gonna be trying to seek us out to get pure blood because all of the bullshit. So we may need to be running. And I'm gonna have my scissors because I ain't playing with them. I'm gonna be cutting the bullshit. But I'm not with it. Like I said, it's just a lot more that need to be known. And it's everyone's own personal thoughts and understanding. That's the biggest thing that I have an issue with, is that people get upset with what you're not doing. That's what you're doing. Be comfortable in what you're doing and leave the other person alone. Everybody has their own life and their own feelings and their own reasonings why. So I'm comfortable
What
with
about
saying
you,
no.
Mr. Fastlane? What you feel about this COVID shot?
Listen, at first, I didn't know. I figured they might be trying to give me COVID by giving me the shot. But I got my shots
Right.
anyway just because. And I figured, all right, I got my 2 shots. I'm thinking, all right, I'm good. So I ain't got to wear this goddamn mask no more. And the motherfucker said, no, you still got to wear the mask. So I'm thinking, okay. So then you tell us we need a booster shot. Well, shit, I just got the first 2, so now I need a booster. And then I was listening to the was it Fox News the other day, and they talking about shot number 4. Like, what the fuck? If y'all don't stop creating this shit in the lab, trying to give everybody some shit because y'all trying to do population control, I'll be all right. So I don't know whether I should get the booster shot or wait for shot number 4, because shot number 4 is supposed to be better than shot number 3. So what shot am I supposed to get?
All right, well, what about you, Simply D? Why don't you chime in and tell us what you think?
About it.
I don't know. I didn't hear that you might need another shot. I know they talked about another booster, but I didn't know that they were saying that you had to get a whole nother shot. I don't know. I was always on the fence about it, even though I am now vaccinated with the first round. But I don't know. It just seems to be ongoing and ongoing and ongoing.
All right, well, how about you, Mark 5?
I got it because you see where I work. I work with the public. So, and
Absolutely.
then under the circumstances of what I went through last year because of this whole thing, I was willing to take a chance to see what happened. I was willing to be one of the test dummies.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this. And here is my opinion and only my opinion. And as you've heard everybody else on the Sadior radio speak, and they spoke for their own. Here's my personal thing. Never, ever, ever, ever in the United States have we ever seen anything like this in life. When we're kids, we take booster shots for chicken pox, mumps, measles, rubella, and all these other diseases that we, in our lifetime, when the last time you seen somebody with mumps, measles, rubella? So here's what I'm saying. I do understand that the COVID-19 is something that nobody else, we have never seen anything like this in our lifetime. But trust and believe, you don't get this shot this year, it's going to become a part of your kid's vaccine for them to go to school. So somebody is going to get it. If it wasn't for 45 who dismantled what Obama had, we possibly may have caught this COVID before it broke our borders, because we do now know that a lot of people had it prior to them having a name for it or alerting the public. So I too work in the public. So where I work, I was required to take it. I don't have 3 arms. I don't have 3 legs. I didn't grow an extra eye. I feel fine. I'm okay. Some of you fuckers is living in basements. Y'all walking around talking about they putting tracker in us and they making us lab rats and lab. Some of y'all ain't got shit for the public to be wanting. So why are we worried about y'all? Listen, this is an epidemic that United States, call your grandma, call your great-grandma, call your great-great-great-grandma, call anybody you want. We have never seen this before. And in order for this to get beyond, we don't live in a third world country. So our water is not dirty. So we're living in the times where things are being developed.
Right.
We're seeing the effects. Nobody is telling us that COVID, taking this shot, is not allowing people to die. People are going to still die from it because they have a weakened immune system. What they're giving it is a chance to live a little longer. So as people, just
we
think.
do have dirty water though. I
Yeah,
look
we
at
got
the Delaware
Schuylkill
and the
Punch.
Schuylkill.
We got the Schuylkill Punch. But that's just my thought. So chime in and tell me what y'all think, because I think in a few years, your kids are going to get it as a vaccine for you to go to school, for them to go to school. We have never seen mumps and rebellion. Simply D, fast lane. Tell us about this vaccination mark we got on our arms because we of age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you one
Yeah,
thing.
it was a requirement.
Thank you.
I tell you this. Ain't nobody dead coming back complaining about being dead. So, and ain't nobody dead. No, they dead. They just gone. So at the end of the day, if you die from it, you ain't gonna know you're dead. You will know that you don't know, because nobody's coming back to complain or tell you about what it's like to be dead.
Right.
So there it is.
I'm sitting there like, look, that's one of those statements you just be sitting there like, yeah.
Yeah. It only
Really
takes
try-
fast lane.
really trying
It
to
takes
figure that
fast lane to make some statements about that. But that's something that people want to talk about. Listen, drop in the comments. Y'all listen to Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. Talk. Tell us what you think about this COVID.
real quick on Facebook. I want to send a shout out to Ray. He jumped on. What's up, Ray? Saying what's up, gang. I want to say what's up to Fatima, who is with Sadior Radio every second and fourth Sunday, 7 to 9. And I also want to say what's up to Miss Berry. And speaking of, on a real note, speaking of people having a shot and passing away, we know somebody. It's not out there yet, so I'm not going to say names or nothing, but we know somebody that had the shot and that passed away 2 to 3 days ago that I just found out yesterday. And it's like, wow. So actually what it made me is get back on wear my mask. Every time somebody talk, I'm back to stiff arm. Yo, step back. Because it was like a reality check. Because we do get comfortable. And for all those that got the shot, that be comfortable, no mask, throwing it up and all that. Yo, still be prepared and watch out, because it's people, of course, that has the vaccine that's still passing away. So we have to still be very careful about everything that's going on.
And they've come out with, now they see a different variant. So we don't know if that one is strong or if that one is whatever. But like you said, they're never said that the COVID shot would stop you from getting COVID. It said it would prolong you from getting the most severe symptoms that would cause death.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah. And one other thing real quick, and Jay Monet, real quick, we live on the radio, but I was looking to let the people in, they left. So tell them to get back on. Like they jumped on, I guess, for your segment, and they left. I told them, wait a minute. But
Okay.
On a serious note, with this whole pandemic thing, I think one of the things, and I had a conversation, I forgot who I was talking to. I talked to so many damn people. Is one of the things that they brought to my attention, that a lot of people are dealing with it emotionally and mentally, like they're scared to come out the house. We're looking at all the sick parts, as far as the coughing and the fevers and all that. But this has put people in a state of not wanting to leave the house. They scared emotionally, and people can die from
depression.
Depression. Yeah, all types of stuff.
Schizophrenic. We are seeing more mental health disease as a result of this. We can go on and on all night about this.
Yeah.
Comment down in the comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you feel. You listening to Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. These are just our thoughts. These are just our opinions. We're everyday people spitting everyday knowledge. It's the top of the hour. It's 6:33. You're listening to Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. We're going to get into our segments now, because we got a short show today. And we want to get a chance for everybody to.
I like to send, hold that real quick. I like to send love out when people comment. Ray says, I got all 3 shots, and it's a lot to think about. Being careful is the best way to deal with it. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Absolutely, right? So keep commenting. See, that's what we needed. We needed those comments down in the bottom. Believe it or not, your comments are more important than you tuning in. We need, for the analytics, the comments bring us up. So we want you to tune in, and we definitely want you to comment, be interactive with us. Listen, we the people, we the streets, we y'all, we the voices that come from y'all. We got a short show today.
Right.
We want to get the segments in. So You're listening to Sadior Presents, an open conversation with our new co-host, Jay Monet. We all co-hosts. We got 4 of us now. We got Simply D. We got Fast Lane. We got Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got your girl, Miss Darkchild. And now we got Jay Monet in the building. So,
And since you brought her up, we're gonna start with Jay Monet's segment since her I know I threw you on early, but she on, so let's just get busy. So cut the
where
shit
claps
because
and the booms at?
look, all that stuff we need to have here, cut the shit, because they need to stop cut the shit with all this stuff that's going on in the past 2 years. So what you got, Jay?
All right, so we have cut the shit. And again, it's basically anything that you feel as though people are doing that they need to stop their bullshit. And sometimes you need to examine yourself and stop your bullshit. So what I did was I sent out a message and I said, look, contact me if you have any situations you feel like you need to cut the shit. So this is an actual message that I did receive, and I'm going to read it to y'all guys. It says, hey, I have some shit I need to cut. I live with my guy and my husband. Wait, I live with my guy and my husband. And my husband is really messing up the flow. He's rubbing off on my guy. And I think I'm about to get a third dude to get out the house. I've been with my hubby for 25 years and he really has nowhere to go. So my guy friend was like, you can't put him out, let him stay. Now my guy friend is saying, what's up with this dude? So who needs to cut this shit? Me or both of them? Because they're getting in the way of my grind. What the hell? How you living with your boyfriend and your husband? I mean, first, I really honestly, I want to salute you. Like, damn, how you get that to happen? But you need to cut your shit. And you ready to get a third one? Like, I don't know. Like back in the day, you would kind of have, as a female, you would have different dudes that did different stuff that you would hang out with. But then I think that you kind of grow and you mature, and then you find the one person that's like that 80%, and you become happy with them. You got to cut your shit. That's a lot of lives that you are dealing with. And you never know how somebody may really internally take that. You got people that kind of laughing it off and like, oh, I got my time with you. But somebody may be jealous. Somebody may be upset. That's like playing with fire. Now, Mark, you just told me the person that came up, because this is Two in the Possible. That's the name that they gave me, Two in the Possible. You telling me that Two in the Possible is on the show?
Yes.
Can we bring up Two in the Possible? But I want to ask you, like, Miss Darkchild, as another female, what you think about that? And I mean, I know we got to go quick, but I mean, how you
well, my thing is, the only thing I can say to her is, your coochie can get COVID too.
Cut your shit. All right, Fast Lane, would you be able to deal with a situation like that?
Hell to the nizzo. Ain't no wizzy. We ain't playing that. First of all, what they do? Stand in the mirror like, all right, who hitting it today? No.
All right. Oh no! I feel like she in charge of this thing. I don't know. Simply D. I see you smiling and grinning. You ready to say something? Cut this shit. What you thinking?
You muted Simply D. And what's up to Alicia? Welcome back. We appreciate you jumping on our Facebook. We here every Thursday. She said it's a no for her. Look.
So what you saying?
I'm with you, Alicia. It's a no for me.
There is no way in hell. No. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not. Somebody gotta go. We cannot do two of the same thing in the house.
But now she's ready to bring a third because she want to get out the house. So she's tired of the two men apparently in the house, and she want to get out the house. Mark 5, before we bring her on, what you think about this situation?
Ain't nothing happening.
Wait a moment.
That sound like the seven dwarfs.
Can a Muslim husband have more than one wife?
Yes, but it ain't about that type of situation. That's a whole different situation. Look, but I'm cool. I'm good. My one equals up to 7.
Mark said, no, I'm cool. I'm good. He got himself right out of that quick. He said,
I know they watching. I saw that name pop up on Facebook. I ain't no fool.
All right, so we actually
ain't playing them games. She's snatching biatches. Birthday 10 said, play with me you want. I snatch her.
That's some cutting that shit. However, we have Two and the Possible on the show. I like to welcome Two and the Possible on the show and understand the situation a little more. We're gonna give her about a minute and a half and try to explain this. And maybe we can see some things differently, guys. We got to be able to see somebody else's situation and be objective. So let's try to be a little objective before we just cut this shit. Because it's crazy to me. I salute her for being able to do it, but it's crazy. All right, Two and the Possible, talk to us. How did this even come about?
Well, first of all, for the record, I left my husband in 2016, and it was to let him grow up to see that the brains to the operation had left the building. So without the brains, the body gonna fall. So I needed him to fall down so you could get up and take care of your family like you were supposed to. But you did not. You fell further and further down. And then when you were at your lowest, now that I've moved on, somebody else saw how low you were and felt empathetic. My guy felt empathetic for him and said, like, babe, he ain't got nobody. And I told him I don't give a shit because he had 25 years, sir. And that baby boy, because they call me little M. Kelly, they say the little young baby didn't understand that fat meat got grease on it. So he had to understand. And so now we fast forward and he like, what this dude finna do? I thought he said he had a plan. I said, I told you I wasted 25 years with this cat. So now you and him got to go because you saved him. So now you and him got to move around. And for the record, I am a Capricorn boss queen. I pay all my own bills. So my empathetic heart has been doing the possible.
Where's this possible coming from? If you're already dealing with these two in the house, that seems like a lot to be juggling. How are you gonna have
neither one of them are doing the deed. Neither one of them are doing the deed. I'm looking for the dude in that book that they said Cinderella was the dude. He supposed to come through and he supposed to take care of it. And everlasting, they said something and come to find out that the Prince Charming dude is more like M. Kelly. So I'm looking for somebody with a pension to get my attention so that I could get some security. And then if I got a real man, the real man gonna tell me, baby, you got to cut them. And then we gonna go cut these niggas together.
Okay. So the end all is maybe the third one will be the right one, and then you're going to cut the other two. Is that what you're going to do?
That's it. That's all.
You're not going to miss them. You're not going to miss that lifestyle.
I'm not going to miss.
Like you got 1 and 2. They stand in the mirror trying to figure out who's going to go next. Like, are y'all getting down like that? I mean, it's like a threesome is happening all day long.
Two in the possible. Listen, two in the possible, one in the maybe. This ain't no spades hand. This is Open Conversation presents an open conversation. Now, I want you to come back on next week because we want to know, we got some questions. Listen, to all the listeners out there, they got questions for Two in the Possible, how she made this happen. Comment down below, Two in the Possible. I want you to hit us up next week, same time, same place, same back channel, because we got to finish this discussion. We new to the radio, this short conversation, and we got you.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Two in the possible. Must got that good because she got them niggas going crazy.
Cut that shit. Now, we got my man Fastlane. Let's go.
Yep. You talking to me?
Yes, it's on you, Fastlane.
Let me just change. I'm going to have to change it up. I don't even know how I can go behind Two and Impossible. that should just fuck me up for the rest of the day. But I have to go to the real estate segment because there's some real shit that's going on out here in the real estate world. And I know because I just experienced this and it's going on more and more every day. And it's happening to us in the Black community. And that's discrimination. Discrimination in real estate is real. They had a report that came out today that stated that and the federal government is actually looking into this right now, whereas though a white person's house will appraise for more than a Black person's house in the exact same neighborhood. That's real. Wow. It's real and it's happening. It's currently happening. Now, I'm going to give y'all a scenario that just happened to me and my family, and I don't like to really share my shit, but I'm going to have to share my shit because it's happening, and I know it's not just happening to us because this shit ain't new, okay? We just purchased a house in Florida. Now, the company that we went through, we were good up until they found out that we were Black buying a house in an all-white neighborhood. So they discriminated and held us off, pushed our settlement off for over 3 months. 3 months. They came at my wife with all types of shit. They came at me with all types of shit to the point where as though we had to email HUD, the NAACP. We had to get attorneys involved, all because of discrimination. It's happening. And if it's happening to you, or if it has happened to you, make sure you take the time out. If it has happened within the last year, to contact the federal government because it's real, and people need to open up their mouths and start speaking up. You can't just say, because they'll tell you, well, you got the house, so it don't matter. No, it does matter, because it can happen to you. It can happen to the next person behind you that looks just like you, that's trying to get a house to better themselves or their family situation.
So Fast Lane, let me ask you a question. How did you know, or at what point during that process, because our listeners are gonna want to know, that you started feeling that it was discrimination and it wasn't your financial situation, it wasn't any other factor? What brought you to the realization? Because you and wifey had to sit down at some point and says, yo, this has got to do with the color of our skin.
Well, first of all, me and my wife are both real estate agents. We're both realtors. And to be a realtor, that means you have to be a part of the National Association of Realtors. Now, we're both realtors, but they didn't know that. They knew my wife was a nurse. They knew that I was a correctional lieutenant, but they didn't realize that we had something else up underneath our belt. So when I started pointing it out, I pointed it out to my realtor first, as well as I pointed it out to the vice president of this bank that we were going through. Now, they didn't believe what I was saying, but then they started digging into my wife's background, and they did a job check on my wife 10 times. They called her employer to make sure she was employed. When they couldn't, they tried to discourage my wife's job from verifying her employment, because they made them think that they were doing something wrong. So they told my wife, well, you're going to need another job. My wife went and obtained another job. And then they called them and said to them, well, what gives her the qualifications to be a nurse for your facility, for your company? What you mean what gives her the qualifications? She went to school. But see, what they didn't realize was, not only is my wife a nurse, not only is she a realtor, but she also has taken up law when she was in college. So they didn't realize. So at the end of the day, now it's time. We gave them everything that they needed, but it got to a point where as though it just became too much. And we said, you know what? We're not doing this no more. Figure it out. We're not doing it no more. So they tried to do some other things, and it's too long to get into because we only have a few more minutes, but they tried to do some other things. And when we told them no, then they had to send it up to their corporate ladder, and the boss at the top said, approve their mortgage. But by the time they approved their mortgage, they only approved it because they seen the people from HUD and the NAACP was attached onto their emails. So now it's like, oh, we have to make a decision because they got other people involved. This is real. It's happening.
All right. So anybody, because we definitely on open conversation, going to definitely have a part 2 of that, because that right there, I know we got a lot of questions. So any of our listeners that's listening that may be going through it, please drop a comment down below and hit up Mark 5 on this. Simply D, me and Ms. Darkchild, Ms. J Monet, hit us up and ask so that we can get questions for Mark, for Mr. Fastlane. He slowed it down long enough for us to know, but I have to tag on to that question because I just bought a new home too, and I got that same situation. But you can't give up. You got to fight. All right. Now,
Absolutely.
and I've been waiting for this for one whole year. Woo! It is time for the dumb, the dumbest dumb of the dumb moment. Where is my man, Simply D?
All right, so this is my dumb moment. When you go to an establishment,
Wait. Tell them what the dumb moment is first, because we got new listeners.
Dumb moment is about people who do dumb things. So the dumb moment this week is this. Every place you go, every establishment has rules, and these rules must be followed. Okay? So it's not that you don't have an option. These are what the rules are. So you can't come to somebody's establishment. If they have no smoking, you can't smoke, you can't vape. If they say they don't want photographs taken in their establishment, that means no photographs. Okay, so that means, let's say for instance, you're serving dinners at your house. Okay, and I come by a dinner. Does that give me the right to run through your house and do whatever the hell I want to do? No, it does not, dumb. So when you come to an establishment that says you can't take photos, there's no point in you getting the attitude, dumb. That means no photographs. There's no point in you getting the attitude because you can't vape or smoke, dumb. You can't do it because these be the rules. Okay, dumb?
Did he just cut that shit short? Like, okay, dumb. We all, listen, during this pandemic, they have allowed people to be dumb. That dumb should have been cut the shit short. Make that dumb a cut the shit short moment. Listen, he said, if you don't want to vape, and they do it, you see people sitting in the barbershop, what make people think that the vape pen is still not a form of smoking?
That's true.
I said you can't smoke, but I didn't say weed. I didn't say a pipe. I didn't say crack. You got to be specific with these people.
Well, they feel as though it's like water. It's water crystals that come out like. So it's not necessarily the smoke all in the air. It's more of water crystals. That's the thought behind it. I mean, I don't know. That's what I had heard.
That's what you heard.
It still gives the illusion of smoking, which is not allowed.
So that means I can run in the bank.
I don't know.
I can run in the bank and go like this. Everybody, what's up? Everybody, what y'all want to do? And they
That's
can't
an
say
illusion
nothing.
of a gun.
But it's not a gun. Look.
So let me ask you, Jay, since you one of the only ones on this, I used to be with you. I used to be the smoker, but of course I quit smoking. So how do you feel? Do you think that the rules of no smoking apply to you?
Of course they do. I mean, I respect whatever establishment in someone's house. I mean, that's just for me as a courtesy. Even when I'm around people, and you and I have been out and you don't, I walk away. However, it just depends upon your own discipline and your own maturity, how you feel. I recognize that a lot of people don't like it. Now, the funny thing is this, though. The funny thing is this. They raised the price on cigarettes overall. I think they said they was going to do something with the money for the kids and the community and things like that. Now, that's my irony. How the hell are you going to take my money, charge me $3 to $4 more for the damn cigarettes and for the stuff, but then I can't be out in the public and smoke in the park that damn it, my dollars paid for? And that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. You just took my money to make this better, but yet I can't be in it. That's the bullshit. However, I recognize that all these phony health people are all about health, because although they may not smoke, they may drink, so cirrhosis of the liver, all these other kind of issues, but they want to point. I just want people to stop pointing their fingers about what other people do, because recognize that we all have our shortcomings. And secondly, allow people to be who the hell they are. If you don't want to deal with it, then walk the hell away. You ain't got to. And if you want to be around someone, let them know that that's something that may bother you and see how they handle it. Don't just have an attitude. Like I dealt with somebody and I met him online. I let him online and said that I smoke in my profile. It said I smoke. Now we get together and I'm trying to be courteous. I'm not smoking as much as I do, but we went to eat. So after we left, as we're walking to the car, I said, I'm going to go ahead and smoke. And he huffing and puffing and all that. What's the problem? You already know that this is what I do. So, you know what I'm saying? Accept the person for what they are and leave them the hell alone. That's it.
So do you
It's not
think
that deep. That's any of it.
So do you think that the vaping is looked at as non-smoking?
A lot of people do. A lot of people do look at it that way. And then you have the other percentage that look at it as smoking. So it's really funny how people feel about that. Because with me going into different establishments, they'll say you can't smoke, yet you can vape. So it's really looked at differently. It really depends upon where you are. But no matter where it is, you got to understand the rules, the regulations, the policies, no matter where you are. And that's about being mature and being, disciplined. That's it. I don't have a whole
So
lot
with
to
his
that.
dumb rules is rules.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, you know the man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Mark 5. Tell him what you
What's
got
up?
for us today.
I don't have nothing. I want to go to this topic that Mr. Fastlane brought up about this whole violence that's happening in the city and the community and stuff.
All right. Well, if you ain't got none, then let's keep it pushing. And we'll
Yeah.
get back to the
Look,
violence.
look,
'Cause we
it's
got a
too
little
many
bit
of
of
y'all.
time.
It's too many of y'all for this hour. I'll do my segment 2022 when we do
That's
2
what
hours.
I was going to cut mine off and then let us go. But listen, I get it. First of all, let me say this. Sador, before we get into the violence of the city, I want to thank everybody for all the years that have been loyal listeners to us. And I hope that you come back. I hope that you read this segment like the Dotties and the everybody's. Listen, we might still come to your house and eat some food, but with this COVID-19, we might have to eat it with a mask and you might have to throw it out the window and let us catch it in the car. But we might have to sit in front of your door in our car and do our radio show. But Fast Lane is about to be fast, so we still gonna figure it out. You know what? This might be open conversation in an open window, in an open car, in an open outside, because that's where we are. And then we get some sponsors and they all buy us new cars so that we can hook our cars up. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on, because I see Jay Monet got the poppy store and
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm in the
Fastlane.
car. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. When you say we going and somebody give us a new car, I'm ready.
And Mr.
wanna-
Fastlane, he done had 13 cars.
I want to real quick to jump off. I want to bring back our guest real quick that came in too. I want to give you 1 minute real quick. I know it's a short time to tell your story because you just said something in our group thing that I need you to jump on about violence before we get into it. And I know that, there you go. All right, tell us, because you said something, so I need you to throw it out there so the listeners and the viewers can watch and hear what you said.
Well, the violence, you was talking about the violence in the city. I stay in the city of Chicago, and in 2013, my son was a major witness to a crime, a high-profile crime, and 9 months after they sequestered us to the jury for him to testify, he was murdered. And the police have done absolutely nothing. Myself, again, like the young man was saying, his wife with the background. I got a strong background as well in law myself. So did the whole entire investigation, gave the police everything, and all they had to do was go pick the people up. But they weren't interested in doing that because to them it was just another black man taken down. He was 19 years old, getting ready to go to Duke University, played ball. High expectations, trailblazer, leader. And he was gunned down on my front porch because he witnessed his best friend get murdered. So the violence in the city is insane and it's getting worse and worse and worse. I moved out of the city far, far south because I'm from the area known as the Wild Hundred. That's where my son was murdered at. So I moved a little further south. And just yesterday, they were shooting on this block that I live on. Like the man across the street, his windows is boarded up. Like this is ridiculous. We getting shot up on the E-way. We can't drive on the E-way too much on certain sides of town. It's insane. And they keep selling bullets and they keep selling guns. They got a gun drive this weekend. Nobody is, ain't nobody following through, man. It's crazy.
First, let me say on the half of myself and Open Conversation, Sadior Presents, we apologize and for your loss and hope that in time that you and your family both find some solace. So to our listeners that's listening, can you give us a little, you said it was a high profile case. For those that are listening, Can you give us a little bit, without going too deep, a little bit more detail? Because you just told us he was 19.
Yeah, he was 19. When he was in the senior year of high school. So him and the three other guys that they all grew up together, they started out from Head Start all the way up. They were going to a basketball game at Chicago State University. And it was Morgan Park High School against another school. So three of the young men went to Julian High School, and the Morgan Park young man, that's the one who they went to the basketball game with. One of the guys saw somebody from another side of town, and he said, you know, I'm not out here on that. I'm just hanging out with my little brother. And he said, the other guy said, I'm not out here on that either. I just came to pick up my daughter. But the guy that came to pick up his daughter called his brother to come up there. His brother came, started shooting. The young man that went to Morgan Park, he got killed. He got shot. As he got shot, he called out for my son. My son ran back to him in the midst of the shooting to be with him, and he passed away in my son's arms right there. Damn. And I had to come to the campus, and my son I saw my son do a complete and total 360 because we had a plan. Like I said, he was going to Duke University. I laid all my eggs right like they were supposed to be, and we had a plan. And, you know, it happened. And 9 months later, they got my son to testify. They threatened our families and things like that. But like that, they did not know that his mother was plugged. And I came up there with the lieutenant and the deputy chief, second in command. And then they started to shaking their boots a little bit, like, oh, wow, she know people. Yeah, this just wasn't just one of these kids. This one had a plan. All his people was backing him. Like, we had people supporting him. You know what I'm saying? Because it take a village. And I had that village. And they got all of the information, and nobody did. One of the men that was in the car, 5 years to the day, because he was hiding, 5 years to the day, one of the kids in the neighborhood, he was murdered. But that
so where
does
was your
no
son
justice.
at when he was murdered?
You know, it's another life taken. You know, luckily I have comedy. You know, I'm a comedian, so I bring joy. I share my story because I'm not the only one going through this, and it's a hard thing to go through. Like people
Well, I'm
getting
glad
shot up at
you
gas
able to share
stations.
some. I'm glad you're able to share some of that laughter. But
real quick,
where
I want to go 15 minutes over. I know everybody got something to do. I got to work, but we can go 15 minutes over.
Where did the situation? Can you tell us the circumstances around your son? Like, where was he killed?
Yeah, my son was he was on and well, he was in the house, and one of the guys in the neighborhood came over and knocked on the door, and he asked my son to come outside. Now, this was a setup move, okay? He asked my son to come outside because he wanted to tell him about another altercation that had happened a few blocks away with him and some of his other friends. As my son came outside, the shots rang out. My son began to run, and he had on some Nike flip-flops, which I just put in a lawsuit to Nike flip-flops because they made him trip and fall, and they shot him 8 to 9 times. So I'm suing Nike because y'all selling shoes that's tripping niggas, and I can't go.
Yo, you know what?
And he was shot 8 to 9 times.
God bless you. God bless you.
That's what I was going to say. Like, before we go, Mr. Fastlane jump on and go into as far as his opinion on this, I just want to salute and shout out, and I'm not just saying this, all the comedians, more so to bring joy to people's lives, especially now with the way things are going in life. I just want to thank y'all for doing what y'all do. Mr. Fastlane, what you got? I know we went into your damn topic deep.
and listen, and that's what it's about. That's what open conversations is about. It's about having them good conversations, them funny conversations, but them deep conversations as well.
Yeah.
And realistically, and to an impossible, You know, my heartfelt condolences go out to you and your family. I know no words could ever change the way you feel or bring you that comfort, but you know, God bless you, and you know, I hope to God that you know you find some healing in your heart to continue to move on. But this is not just happening in Chicago. It's not just happening in Philly. It's happening all around this country. But you know, the thing about it, the worst thing about it is just like she said, there's two types of justices in this country. You have justice that is the standard, and then you have black people justice. There was a homicide that just happened the other day in Temple, where a young black man killed a young white boy. They found that boy within a couple of days. They already knew who he was. They was everywhere that he could have possibly been till the boy turned himself in. Just like her, with just like Two and Impossible, they didn't look for the killers of her son. And this happens in our community, and we talk about it. We be on the news, and people say, when is this going to stop? It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. And I'm gonna tell you why. And it's they didn't. If violence has been taking place throughout time, it has never changed. It has never wavered. Doesn't matter what religion you is. Don't matter what color you is. It has been taking place. But it happens in our community, and it happens quite often. And I sat and I thought about it today, and as I'm driving, and I said, you know what? They killed Jesus.
Yeah.
They killed Jesus. And guess what? Yeah. That was years ago, and this shit is still happening. So if we don't change, and it's never going to stop, because the devil is always busy trying to take our kids, and no matter how much we talk to them, it's going to continue. We have to continue to encourage our people, and I mean our people, all of our people, because at the end of the day, when this light goes out, we all black. We all black. So it don't matter whether you black, white, Indian, Korean, Asian, Russian, it doesn't matter. It has to stop. But it affects our community so much. And we always ask the question, when is it going to stop?
We are up to 503 killings in Philadelphia as of today. That's a 40% increase from last year. 40% increase from last year. Women, last year, a total of 40 women were killed. We're up to 60 women. It is insane what is going on right now.
Real quick.
They're killing our kids and our people.
All right, can I say this? So how do we feel about the new law that was passed in Pennsylvania that you no longer need a permit to carry a concealed weapon? That is a law that was passed in Pennsylvania. It hasn't passed in Philadelphia because the mayor and the governor is fighting it, but that's been passed in Pennsylvania. So with everything that's going on and the killing, how is it now you don't need paperwork? Before you had to have paperwork. Now legally, you don't have to have paperwork. I posted it to carry a concealed weapon.
Because it's about plan.
It's a plan, because COVID failed. COVID did not kill enough people, so that's the plan.
Real quick, let me read a comment.
Let me chime in.
Real quick, Doc. Fatima, one of the viewers, that's one of the Sadior Radio family, says, let's be honest. Our community glorifies murder and hide. It went off and hide and defends murderers. Carolyn, who's part of Open Conversation, says 502 homicides this year. They wasn't thinking. Yes, it has, as far as the giving a right to carry guns and stuff like that. All
right, well, let me say this, Fast Lane. I thought you was going somewhere else with it, so I backed off. When you said they found this person, I said this, and I will always say this on Open Conversation Radio, because this is my opinion and this is what we think. They find who they want to find, because that older woman that they killed at the check cashing place off of Broad and Old York Road, they caught that man by the next morning. So I don't want you to, because the way you started it, it was making me feel like, oh, they just caught his killer because he was white and the killer was black, or that the boy was white. No, they found that 60-year-old woman, her killer. They found him too the next daggone morning. So I think, and I'm saying this, I believe they find who they want to find. But with the introduction of all these cameras that we've got now, the cameras is crazy. They followed that man from the time he left that shop killing that woman to the time he got to his house. That's how they knew who it was. Somewhere, and I just got finished telling my sons this, and I'll stay off that pulpit because this is a conversation that we're gonna have on another show because it's a big and it's a bright topic. I don't believe in gentrification, and I don't think that it's a plan to kill all black folks or whatever, because in order to make money, they need humans. This world revolves around money. So if you kill off everybody, who's making the money? Nobody. So it's not a bigger, it may be a part of the scheme, but it's not the biggest part of the scheme. Black folks is killing each other. Why? Because they don't know how to. It's egos and anger management. Nobody throwing up a knuckle. But I'll say this, and then y'all get on it and stay on that pulpit. As radio hosts, as Jay, you and I as comedians, and one of the possible same thing. Listen, when we take this mic, we take these mics. It is our duty to be held accountable for the things that we say. Like Jay said, we here to uplift and to give people smiles. We have to mentor to the young folks that are out here doing wrong. Unless we got God-given proof that the government wants one to kill the other as responsible, and I'll take that from D.L. Hughley. As a responsible person, we shouldn't put it out there. Because we were the ones that put it out there that this vaccine was a tracking device. Some of you low-life niggas live in basements. Why the hell do they want to track you? You ain't going no fucking where but to the basement. So what do you have that the government want to track you?
I'm going to say this, and this could probably set us up for the next show. I don't know why, and well, I do know why, and how the young brother got off, the young white dude got off for killing two people at the riots or the marching. Yeah. So we all knew he was going to get off. My thing is, and I'm going to say it, and if you want to come out my neck, you can, because I'm big enough. I got big enough shoulders to take it. Where's Black Lives Matters?
Yeah. Nigga, is you at Sephora? Hold on.
We haven't heard nothing. We haven't heard nothing.
Are you at Sephora's though? Are you at Sephora's?
I'm saying where they at.
All right, wait a minute. Are you at Sephora's?
She asked, "No, you at Sephora's?" That's what she had. That's a good point, though. But
These
quick,
are my opinions. So
look, she tracking where you at, man. That's what she talking about.
Talking about you tracking.
Real quick, I want to go around the table because it's 12 after.
Yeah.
But before, look, he says, so we're gonna start with our guests.
You put it up in the background.
Since you jumped on, we want to thank you first of all for jumping on. You know, open conversation. You're always welcome to become. You're now officially part of the open conversation family.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Jay Monet, I keep you posted. And again, us here at the station and the company, we send our condolences and much love and strength and positive energy your way. And it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie, I'm almost start tearing up. You almost had me looking like a punk dude on this drawing because your story.
With pajama pants.
The only reason I say that because your story reminded me of my nephew that got murdered, basketball star Roxborough Rashawn Anderson, that got murdered 11 years ago. And it was like, as you was talking, I'm like, damn, this sounds like familiar. So that's what when I say that. And then you got like so many children passing away in Philadelphia and across the country that it's ridiculous because we look at our children and now we look at our children, you know, we used to look at them
like they're not the future no more.
Yeah, like where's our future going? But on that note, and then I want to read some of these comments. I'm gonna end with some of these comments from Carol and Fatima. I see that y'all comment. I'm gonna read them in a minute. So, Mr. Fastlane, your closing words.
My closing words is this. As I said, violence affects everybody's community. It affects all of our community. And in the city of Philadelphia, the violence is through the roof. It is through the roof. However, if you go around this city and you look up, you're on camera. You're on camera. And just like Dark said, if they want to find you, they will. If they don't want to find you, they won't find you. Because everywhere you go, you're on camera. There's a place down on Spring Garden that has over 60,000 screens that they can track every step you go. It's a camera that the cameras are so strong that they can zoom right in on you from City Hall. They can zoom in on you on the Parkway.
Yep.
But what it comes down to is this. If we don't start educating our youth and stay on them, parents think they're being overbearing by asking where you're going, what you're doing, where you been. That's being overbearing, so they want to be their child's friend. We have to do our job. Let's do our job.
Simply D, you next. I'm letting the ladies go last because I want them to shout out what they got going on. They always working.
It's very simple. You know, we need to start spreading education. We need to educate our young folks. We need to educate each other because even some of us need to be re-educated. You know what I mean? We need to stop the nonsense killings that are going on out here and stop depending on other people. We need to start in our own communities, our own households, and then materialize that out into the streets. That's the only way that it's going to stop.
Jay Monet.
I'ma just come in with cut your shit, people. Plain and simple. It starts with each individual. It starts in each home. You have to get yourself together mentally. You have to get yourself together physically. You have to get yourself together spiritually that you can come out and deal with other people. A lot of people are just hurting, and we hear that all the time, hurt people, and that's so true. So you have to see what's going on within yourself that you can stop being so angry and upset and frustrated by others. Is it really them, or is it yourself that you're unhappy with and the place that you're in? So come to that realization and cut your shit and learn to love and laugh. Because even in that moment, as bad as it is, even with Two and Impossible talking about her situation with her son, and we was ready to have tears, at the end, what did she say? She said something about flip-flops. So if you give time and allow yourself to heal and enjoy the love that you have and that you give, you will grow. Like, don't be stagnant. And when you stagnant, you upset with other people because they making moves and doing stuff. Check your shit, yo. Forget everybody else. Focus on you. That's all you need to do. Focus on you and your household and try to keep that right. Plain and simple. These cameras are everywhere, but it's not about the camera being everywhere. It's about your mind. It's about your heart. It's about you being able to rest and not having any kind of guilt. It's about you being able to rest and not have any kind of regrets. So try to have a life of no regrets. Try to live your life that you're happy and you're pleased with the things that you're doing and bringing the right people to you. That's all I got to say. Cut your shit, people.
Ms. Darkchild.
Hey, you're listening. Thank y'all for tuning in to the brand new season of Open Conversation where we learn. Wait, Simply D never said it today. Where this is a channel that does what? Simply.
You got
educate, enlighten, and entertain.
There you go. So that's the goal, and that's what we strive to do. See, we ain't been together, but we still ain't missing a beat. I'm gonna say two things. You need a mirror. It starts with you. Check yourself in the mirror. I'm gonna also say, not everybody that wander is lost. That's my platform for this year. Not all who wander is lost. I'm your girl, Ms. Darkchild, the Philadelphia Princess of Comedy, and you are listening to Open Conversation.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'm gonna try to run through these things. Carolyn says, you go dark. Black people has been killing each other for decades. Fatima says, Black folks are traumatized and most of us refuse to get the help that we need to heal. Carolyn says, it's not that Black people refuse to get the help. They don't know where the resources are to help heal. A mental health advocate she's a mental health advocate and experienced that some folks that aren't sharing the resources as they should.
Yeah.
So that's basically what they're saying. They're still sending chat stuff in the Facebook group. Mindset is the key, is the last one I read. And honestly, mindset of too many of our kids are messed up. So if anybody have any information about where we can start promoting some of the different programs or organizations that can help some of the situations that's going on, please reach out to me, or you can email openconversationshow@gmail.com or inbox one of us, and we'll get the information together to try to make sure that we promote it every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. until 2022. I think we're going to have to go back to 2 hours every week, so that way we can give more information and we don't have to rush through things. Again, I appreciate everybody that's on our Facebook, everybody that's listening on Sadior Radio. If you haven't, download that free app, Sadior Radio, the station that's more than music, to check out a lot of the shows. And you can also search anywhere that you listen to your podcast and listen to Open Conversation on Sadior Radio Podcast. This is Mark 5. I want to thank everybody and tell everybody be safe. Make sure you spread knowledge, spread peace, and spread love to overshadow the negative things that's going on in life. All right? Peace.
Peace.
Yay. Peace. Share your